All right. So this one is going to find K. And I told you, don't worry about it. Takes the average of them, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that's not real. Oh, you don't have it all the way down.
No, it was, it was now.
Okay.
On your first two, it wasn't.
Thanks, Anna. Messing up today. So, y is equal to what? K over
X.
x. And is there anything that we need to change as far as, no, because they say y varies inversely as x, so just leave it y and x. And that takes all that out. Y is equal to 8. And K is x is equal to 11. Multiply through by what?
11.
Might need a calculator. K is equal to
88.
88. Now, in some of these questions, they're going to say, what is the variation constant? The variation constant is 88. In some cases, they're going to ask for the equation. And the equation would be y is equal to what? 88 over x. That's the equation. This is the variation constant. So I'm just telling you, there may be some questions on the test and the homework that ask for K, and that's the variation constant. And then some will say the equation, the inverse equation is, and that would be that. And if you want to go over this, I did go over it yesterday, just look at the video. Did you look at the video, Vanna? Failure. You're such a disappointment. Your dog ate the TV. Hooke's law. This is calculus 2. But the actual calculus is not there. Hooke's law is used in calculus. Hooke's law, the distance D when a spring is stretched by hanging an object varies what? Directly as the weight of the object. Alright, so there's your first part. Second part, if the distance blah 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 and the weight is blah blah blah, what is the distance and blah blah blah? So there's the second part, and this right here is the what? Third part. So this is the 3-part question that we talked about yesterday. So first of all, do the first part. Find out which one you're going to use. Find K, put K back in, and then finish it. Or just sit there helplessly. Oh. Patrick, may I? Well, I was going to say so, brother. My brain done quit on me. May I? What do you do when you suggest something? May I suggest a Krabby Patty? Yeah, I'll take a Krabby Patty. Would you like fries with that? Oh! Y'all ever seen that episode? A whole lot better when he does it. Squidward bangs his head up against the... One of my favorites is the Magic Conch. Where they're in the forest, when they're in the woods and the picnic supplies fall out of the sky.
Oh, Magic Conch, what should we do next?
Nothing.
The Magic Conch knows all.
Squidward tries to roast a bug. I don't know where he got the frying pan from. And the water was, and the fire was, made campfire in the water.
My favorite is the Super Bowl episode.
Yeah, where they...
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Yep. My favorite is love Plankton. When he's a psychiatrist. Hey, where did you get that piano? Bam! I love that one. Plankton and Squidward's my favorite.
If I keep staring at it,
No, you'll just go deeper and deeper as far as losing points. So if you do it on test, that means instead of 10 points, it'd probably be 15 or 20 points off. First thing you do is you focus on this.
I am.
And you say the distance
Okay.
stretched directly at the weight of the object. This tells you what?
Which thing do you use?
Okay, so y is equal to k times x, because that's directly.
Okay, so now, would D be in the place of Y?
Okay, well, we just have got this written down now. Just hold on.
I've had it wrote down.
All right. This is this tells you which formula to use. So that's number one. That's the first thing you do. Find out which formula to use. Now, the second thing you do is read
Right to left.
Masalama. But most of us in here are going to read right to left. Left to right. You're reading
I
right
do that
to left.
every day, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Dyslexic Amy up here. All right. Y is equal to k times x. So what's y going to turn
Okay,
into? D is equal, which one does not change?
Okay.
And
W.
x is
W.
W. You don't say it right. That means
Just
y'all
double.
ignorant
Double.
as Southerners.
I'm impressed that you've kept that up this whole season so
Yeah.
far.
W.
That's a W. Yeah.
It's not W. If you say W, then you're a Southern racist,
Southern.
ignorant person.
I'm ignorant.
Yep.
Ignorant.
Ignorant. All right. So once we get to this point right here, that means all this is what?
Gone.
Gone. And therefore you can be less handy. And now you can focus on this part. Part 2. And part 2 is right there. So this is part 2. I mean, 2 is finding the formula. Okay, part 1 is finding the formula. 2 is actually substituting variables. 3, plug and chug. So D is 67. K times what? 2. So we're going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. K is equal to 33.5.
Yeah.
And now you take that K, you plug it back into the equation, and you get D is equal to 33.5 times W. And 4 would be put K in formula. And then 5, plug new info. Well, where is the new info?
Okay, up 6.
Right here. There's the new info. What is the distance when the weight is 6 kilograms? So D is equal to 33.5 times what? And y'all crank that out. What is it? Yeah, you need to calculate it. Unless you're Rain Man. And this is part 5. Plugging in info.
168.
Huh?
168.
Well, yeah, 6 times 30 is 180. No, it's not right. 6 times 30 is 180, so that'd be,
201.
thank you. So thank you for leading me astray.
Hey, I said I don't think that's right.
Okay, Ms. Turner, give us the correct answer.
201.
201. Now, those are the problems I like to put on the test because they have everything in it. You might want to make sure you write everything down on that one.
Where's your video?
I'm just doing the screen capture today because it's kind of a review of what we did yesterday. All right. So we type that in so we can feel good about ourselves.
Fantastic.
I would love to program those things.
Loser, failure.
McDonald's is hiring. I would be fired. All right, try that one. Darn, everybody's here today. Who's not here? She bought breakfast yesterday. She's missing double breakfast day. Huh? You missed just single breakfast day. You missed it yesterday.
You're off.
Don't tell her she's awesome. She won't be here for the next couple of days if you do that.
Okay. My dog is getting trained in here, so we're making a lot of progress.
Cats do not have to be trained.
Cats are dumb. My grandma.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
My
You
grandma-
tell me one stupid thing that a cat does, and I can tell you 8 things that dogs do.
Run over it. That's pretty stupid. My dog thinks it's an alpha, so I have to program it to think that I'm the alpha. The dog.
Dogs are stupid.
And she's this big.
They ain't even got enough sense to clean themselves.
I know. She does. She cleans her paws. She's part cat. She is kind of cat-like. She sleeps on her.
Dogs are stupid.
She does like everybody. She's fun.
Can't remember what it is.
Oh, you got me.
Cats held off the Black Plague. 'Cause they
To
ate
kill the
rodents.
rats.
Yeah, they ate rodents. And I think it was like carthage or something like that. They eliminated all black cats because of witchcraft.
Yeah.
Black Plague just walked right
Yep.
on in.
Oh, the dogs, they play with it and get the yellow fever and pass it on to the owner. Yeah, what have dogs done? Nothing.
Hunt. You help with that?
Yeah, they're helpful with hunting. Yeah, I agree with that. If they don't screw up and eat the daggum prey.
Dogs take illnesses away from their humans.
I've never heard of that before.
My little Lucas one, my female dog started having seizures.
Huh?
My little Lucas born,
Uh-huh.
and my mom moved in with me. My mom had seizures really bad. She had had seizures since she moved in with us, and my dog's had 4.
Oh my God.
How do you know if a dog has fever?
Seizures? Oh.
Fever.
Seizures.
Oh.
Well, I guess it's a term sick of a dog.
Now, how do you know if he has a fever or not?
Just like
You
the
can
rats.
feel in their nose
Mm.
dries out.
Yep.
Well, see, cats don't even get sick. And if they do,
Yes, they do.
they eat grass.
Same thing
My
with
best
the
friend's
animal.
cats,
Animal
will run a fever. They'll come up to her and they'll be hot and I'll get out.
Cows don't eat grass when they get sick.
Cats get stuck up in trees. That's all they're eating.
Cats get stuck everywhere.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
I've had cats all my life. We've had cats on the farm, and I've never had a cat get stuck in a tree or anything like that.
They get trapped in bedrooms.
They get trapped. They close the door, huh? Oh, yeah. I think it's the person that owns them closes the door.
I love cats, don't get me wrong, but
I'm
I'm allergic to them, so
I am a person that likes low maintenance pets. Dogs are not low maintenance. Dogs are high maintenance. Dogs, you have to take care of them or they'll kill themselves. All right, now. Cats will stay in the house forever, and they'll eat whatever they can find, and they'll live, and they'll,
You have to clean the litter box after them.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
no, they'll eventually find a way out. Dogs will stay in there and just sit there and die.
That's what you guys can do, you don't want that.
No, cats will find a way out.
Oh my goodness.
They're smart.
Are you the old cat lady?
Yes,
No.
the old, yes.
The number of kilograms of water in the human body varies directly. So Y
Equals
is
KX.
equal to KX. So there's part one. And the number of kilograms, so I'd say kilograms of water, you could call this W, you could call it K, and then you could call this mass, you could call that whatever you wanted to. So I'm going to call this water, W, is equal to K times M. Now that takes care of all of that. A 90 kilogram, well, that's 90 kilograms of mass, so that'd be 90 times K is equal to 60 kilograms of water. Now, my question is, why would you put 60 with the M if this says 60 kilograms of water?
Because I didn't read it right. That's why I did it that
Okay.
way.
Okay, I didn't know anybody did that. All right, so that's done. So now we got to find K. Oh my, you might need a calculator for this. Because the two zeros, they do what? And you get basically 2/3, and I told you 2/3 is equal to 0.67. Everybody should know that. So K is equal to 0.67.
0.6
Oh, 0.67, right?
Yeah, 0.67.
0.67. So take that and do what with it?
Multiply by 81.
Well, first you got to put it back into the equation. W is equal to K, which is 0.67 times M. And W is equal to 0.67 times 81. And yes, you use your calculator unless you're Rain Man.
It's 54.27.
Okay, I need verification on that.
Correct.
54.27.
I used a calculator that time.
So that person weighed much water is, they got 54 whatever water, what is it? Kilograms of water in their system. Says, does it say round?
No.
It does not. So basically, I'll take whatever answer y'all put in here as long as it's around 54.2 or 54.3 if this is a test question. So I'm going to put 54.27 and see what it says. So let's try 54.3 because, well, all these are whole numbers, are they not? So let's try whole numbers, 54. That's it. So they're using the rule, what you start with, you what? Finish with. So if these were fractions, you'd end fractions. If they were whole numbers, you ended whole numbers. Capiche? That's a science thing. Most of your sciences will go through that. Whenever a problem starts with a certain number of significant digits, that's what it ends with. And you feel good about yourself.
No.
Okay, you don't?
No.
Well, then you will fail.
Okay.
Let's go to... All right, here's your inverse. So that's 2 or 3 that we've done with direct. So let's try 2 or 3 with the inverse. And then we'll try joint, and then we'll throw one in there that's a mixture. And then that'll hopefully discourage all of you.
Yes, I'll quit and leave.
I'm going to hit that Hampton Inn next week. It's about time for a getaway. Dang old take the cooler and dang old.
Forget we also have an indoor pool.
Yeah. Bigger cooler. I'm going to bring a bigger cooler.
The lake's warming up.
Huh?
Said the lake's warming up. Time we got a party island.
I'll stay at the pool.
Yeah, me too.
And then put the
I'm
sand
not
right
a
next to it.
There's only two things that I get into, a pool and Panama City where I can see my feet. I like, if something's gonna eat me, I wanna see it before it eats me.
That's true.
And you can't see things out in the lake, well, unless you go to a nice spot. Yeah, you
It's
can.
very rare though, Hartwell's be better,
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna stick with Panama City and the pool. When I go, if I go down to a conference at Myrtle Beach, I stay at the pool. I do not even go on the beach.
Oh,
I
Best
don't
place-
like. I mean, I'm not a beach fan.
I'm not a big fan.
Best lakes around here though, are Kiwi and Jocassee, you can see right at the bottom of it.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
because a lot of it was mined out to build the interstates around here.
Right, yeah, so over there it's natural ponds, and
Yeah.
Lake Hartwell.
Lake Hartwell's a reservoir that was backed up.
Yeah, and it never settled
Since
like
secession
that,
used to be a,
silt and everything still settled.
Yeah.
secession used to be a toilet.
Huh?
Secession, like secession.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was in concession when we met, it was concession. I can't stand the way the ground is.
Oh, it's slum.
I was screaming.
That's another reason I don't go to the
I
lake.
stepped in grass and I was screaming.
I used to live in secession.
The sand in West Virginia is like really
I can
soft.
do the mud,
It's
but
like-
when it's grass, I scream.
Oh, God.
When I was in Quantico, we went to Virginia Beach, still the Atlantic. No different. It's dirty. It's nasty. I stayed at the pool.
Have y'all seen me?
With my cooler. And I do not use glass bottles. All my stuff is in cans.
That's no problem.
And I have plastic shakers.
What's wrong with glass?
Well, you don't want to use it around a pool.
You don't use it around pools and you don't want to use it around a bunch of people because it can be used as a weapon afterwards.
Yeah, that's true, especially if you have a bunch of drunk Marines. I got a friend that says I like to fight when I get drunk. I said, no, I don't like to fight.
I don't know if it's true or not, but they say that glass bottles are better than beer. because-
They say it tastes
They
better, but
say-
I'm talking about Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
Coca-Colas, it tastes better.
Coca-Cola does taste good. There's more people in it.
After about 3 or 4 refreshments, I don't think it really matters.
No.
So I want the presidential suite. I'm gonna call down there 3 or 4 days before and you're gonna hook me up.
I don't know, it just depends on how many people you have going. The rate might be up to 165 for that.
It's all right. I'm gonna still come down there.
Remember, 15% tax too.
I thought you were gonna hook me up. Dadgum. He's gonna pay for his own room, it sounds like.
I hate math.
I love math.
I do too, but.
I used to hate it too when I couldn't do it.
Hey. Look at you on it. That's me.
No, I couldn't do it.
I really love math. When I'm stressed out, I can pull out math and work on it. It calms me down, but I hate words.
It makes you hungry.
I hate words.
All right, so where is our keyword?
Inverse.
So
So it's K.
y is equal to k
Over X.
over x. And that's number 2 of your formulas. There's only 3 formulas. Okay, so that takes, okay, let's go ahead and change our y into
Or W.
w, k over l. Now, do you notice that these are capital letters?
Yes.
Does that make a difference?
No.
Yes.
And
Yes, in science it does.
We're not in science.
That's why I said no.
Yes,
and
but that's what I'm training you for, because these are all
What-
science-related formulas. Can I teach now? Can I be in charge for a while?
No.
No, black chromosome.
Such a wife. W is equal to K, oh, I'm just going to write W, where's W? 700?
So
Wait, yeah, W, sorry. I wrote the formula again. Okay, so the wave is 700.
Okay.
That's where it says wave is 700.
That's his frequency of 700.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is why I don't like
Here,
words.
I'm going to quit, okay?
yeah.
120.
120
M.
is equal to K over
700.
700. Thank you.
Welcome.
And then multiply by 700, and of course y'all can't do that because
No.
it's only 7 times 12 and add 3 zeros. That's all. 84,000. Isn't it 84? What's 7 times 12?
84,000. 84,000.
So K is equal to 84,000, so W is equal to 84,000 divided by F. So we've just done part 1 and part 2.
210.
What is the length of a wave with a frequency of 400? So W is equal to 84,000 divided by 400. I'll show you all a trick I learned in the war. These two W's, these two zeros
Just go bye-bye.
cancel out, and you can do this pretty much in your head because you don't want to depend on a calculator because then you can't make changes with the cash register. That'd be 2, 1, and 0. And you feel good about yourself.
No.
Sure. We'll just say it. What?
What's this 6 cents for? What am I supposed to do with
I
this?
did that yesterday with an older lady. And she wasn't-
Well, usually the older ladies, the older cashiers, they know how to do it.
Yeah, she gave me
That's
this
so not
form.
true. That's so not true.
It's the teeny boppers that are lost.
It's all of them.
Oh, listen, one woman at Bilo tried to scan the, the divider that divides, that you pick up and divide. She tried to scan it. I think she was thinking about other things. I don't know what she was. Nice work. You feel good about yourself.
No.
All right, then let's do one with a fraction in it to discourage you even more. Why don't I just give y'all all easy problems, and then when you go to your next science or math class, you just get slaughtered.
My next math class is with you. I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
I'll just give you all easy problems.
Thank you.
That's what high schools do.
Yeah, just do that. Just get that one. No.
Don't make you think, don't challenge you.
That's okay.
And that way, when you get out in the real world, you can't make change.
Yeah, no. Sure, you'll be asking. You don't want me to look at that, do you? I'll be good. One day.
What did she say?
I said, one day you'll be saying, you don't want jelly with that, do you?
Exactly. Good point.
And just throw stuff in.
Talk to her hand a lot.
Who?
No. Oh.
She talks what?
Her hand a lot. All I see is her hand going.
She's probably talking to work. Sounds like to me she's having to do this around work. So that's why I tried. Did you sign up for the, you didn't, did she tell you about the 110?
She just told me about that.
So,
I'm
yeah,
not sure if I did in combo. Like, that's a combo to drop it in.
well,
So.
if you show up in another class or another time, I'll still count you here. Okay. So, the current I, so Y is equal to K times X, K over X. So I is equal to K over dang old resistance. Any of you electrical majors in here?
No.
Any engineering majors? And you'll see this again if you are.
Not that.
I took electrical when I was a civil engineering major. I took an electrical class and I said, well, I'm not going in electrical because I don't even like electricity. There's 2 things I don't like. Well, 3 things. Well, 4 or 5 things. I've never developed a taste for smoking. Never developed a taste for coffee. I've tried coffee at Clemson, tried at Marine Corps, I tried milkshakes that y'all make. I've tried all that stuff, black, with sugar, without sugar, with milk and cream, I've tried the hazelnut, Irish cream, the lattes. I've tried all of it. When I drink coffee, I taste hot water. I don't taste the coffee. I guess it's something with my taste buds. And I'm glad because it makes your teeth black and it's really bad for you. Anyway, the reason I know that is from Paris Island. I had a drill instructor that ate 4 packs of cigarettes a day. I think they were Marlboro Reds. And he drank like a gallon of water. I mean, a gallon of coffee. And he would breathe on you and your, that made me gag. Anyway,
Anyways.
so smoking, coffee, beef liver,
Ugh.
Ew,
and I do not like wasp, and I do not like electricity. I do not like to fool with it on the farm. I have electric fences, and my mother deals with them, and I'm gonna train my son how to deal with them, because I do not like electricity. My cousins made me pee on the electric fence when I was little,
Oh.
and it kind of affected me.
Sorry, that's hilarious.
They said it would cause sparks. That's what they said. It's a trick that people do in the country. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, I was about 5 years old. Yeah. All right, so I is equal to, what are the, oh, they don't give us, they give us I, don't they? Yeah. So we got to take that back. So let's go ahead and mark out what we got. All right, the current is 1/6 amperes when the resistance is blah, blah, blah.
So that would be
So
I.
1/6 is going to be I, and the resistance is 63 blah, blah, blah. So
63504. Handy calculator, because I hate fractions.
well, all you gotta do is multiply by 1/6 by 84, yeah, and you do need a, unless you're a Rain Man, you do need a calculator. K over, and I have said that many times, and I've had students go, who's Rain Man? We need to Google it.
One of the smartest guys in the world.
Yep, and the movie was written about him. And now we're gonna multiply both sides by 63,504, or whatever that is. And somebody give me K.
10584.
105.84
No,
or 105.84?
84. No.
Yeah, it is. Because 60,000 divided by 6 is 10,000. I thought it was a decimal for some reason. All right, so K. So now we put that in the original formula. And that gives us 105.84 divided by R. And in this, they give us the resistance of that.
864.
And I is equal to 105.84 divided by 86,436. 86.
122.
Everybody get that? Now it says type as an integer or a fraction, because we got whole numbers and fractions. So I don't know if they want, I'm going to punch in 0.122, but I would take 0.122 because nobody is going to, even if you reduce this, nobody's going to talk in terms of this in amperes. They're going to be a decimal. So I'm going to take 0.122, even if they say it's wrong, if that's the right answer. I mean, if that's the right. Let's see if it is. They should take 0.122, but they're not. Now, somebody take 6 divided by 49 and see if you're going to get 0.122.
Yep.
So this is a problem where I would take 0.122 because when you read the thing that I got at home that I check batteries with, voltmeter,
Yeah, that's.
you're going to read 0.222122. You're not going to read 649s. And that's how you can check your alternator. I'll tell you how to do it. Get you a voltmeter. You can get them at Radio Shack. They're digital. Cost about $15. And they have these little, red is hot, black is ground. And if you're having problems with your battery, there's one or two things wrong. Either your battery is shot or your alternator is shot. Okay? You know what the alternator does? What? It charges the battery. Okay? Because the battery it doesn't just miraculously recharge itself. All right? So you have to charge it, and the way to charge it is with the alternator. Alternator puts out about 13 volts, 13 and a half volts. Anything above 13 and a half volts, the voltage regulator inside the alternator is shot. So 13 and a half volts is what it should be reading. So you take your handy dandy voltmeter that you got at Radio Shack, and you disconnect the battery, and you check the battery. If you put the red on the positive, red's always hot, so red's on the positive, black's on the negative. And if it reads like anything below 10 volts, then chances are your battery's shot. Okay? Well, how do you check your how do you check your alternator? Well, you hook the battery back up, and you crank the car up, and you put the voltmeter on, and if it reads 12 or below, your alternator's shot. If it reads 13.5 to 14, then it's putting out. So that means your battery's shot. And that's how you tell. $15 is the best money you ever spent if you buy one. Make sure it's a digital, and you can put it in your outlets at the house to see if your outlets is putting out. You can check anything with it. It's great. You can check your batteries, your little batteries, and love them. But Radio Shack makes them. Don't buy one with a needle because nobody knows how to read them. I mean, they're serious. They got so many different conversions. The only person that can is a person that's worked with electricity all their life. Get you one with a little window that has they're great. $15. They're great. And you can read amperes too, but it'll be 0.122. All right. See how easy this stuff is? This stuff is not hard.
It's horrible.
You have to what?
Read.
Think.
Right to left.
Masalama. All right, I want to find one that's a mixture.
No.
I know. It's less awful. You have to think. And
I just want to go to sleep.
yeah, that's what most of the world is like today. No, I'm sorry, the United States. The world's not like that, just the United States.
Hey, Spain takes naps during.
Oh, Europe is awful.
I need to move to Europe then.
Yeah, you move back.
Yeah, no, I would. I can't go to Maine because of their accents.
I would not. There's only two places in the world that I'd like to go. One of them's Australia, and the other one is either Ireland or Scotland. After that, I don't give a rat's rear end about going anywhere in the world because everywhere is screwed up.
Australia's so good.
Y'all just don't know.
Are we
If
doing
you,
the problem or
if
are
you,
we gonna change it again?
come here. If anybody gets a chance to travel, do it. Because when you get back to the United States, you're going to kiss the dadgum ground of the United States.
I would really like to go to Germany and go to the beach and be there.
I have no reason to go to Germany.
I think it'd be cool to see all the relics over at Normandy.
Normandy's in France.
Oh.
I was about to say,
Sorry, my bad. Not good.
That's all right.
Oh, Lord.
Now, I would like to go to Sweden and check out the women over there.
Sweden's
my
amazing.
God.
Oh my gosh, Sweden is one of the most amazing places.
I'm being
in
a
the world.
caveman. My knuckles are dragging. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They do have the most beautiful, apparently the most beautiful women over there.
That's what I've heard.
It's the Vikings.
Besides University of Georgia.
oh my god.
That's heaven down there.
Nobody else said that. That was you.
You know, when I was at Clemson, I thought Clemson was heaven. Clemson's the projects compared to Athens. I mean, there's oh man. I could go caveman. I could go back in my caveman years down in Athens. Hmm? What'd you say?
I think I'm sleep deprived.
I think you are too.
So,
The stopping distance, D. Stopping distance is D. Of the car after the brakes are applied. Varies directly. Okay, so varies directly is y is equal to k times x.
Yeah.
All right? As the square of the speed r. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I always tell you when I feel like the book is tricking you, so I'm going to tell you here, I do not like, Vanna, I do not like this word. Okay? I do not like the way they've got this written. As the square, I don't like that. I want you, when you see this, I want you to say exponent. Okay? Because when you see as the square, most students think that's what? Square root. Alright? Do not think of square root. I do not give you any problems on the test in this unit that has a square root symbol. Not that I know of. Unless there's a formula that has it. That doesn't count because it's just plug and chug. These problems, there should not be any radicals in your test questions or homework. So, whenever you see as the square, think exponent. So first of all, let's write our y is equal k times x. And then d is equal to k times what? R. And what's R going to do?
Square.
And there you go. That is the confusion. The only confusion in this problem is not what to do, but what to use. And you do not use radicals. So you need to make a note, put a radical here, and then put a x to it, because we do not use the radicals in this. Not that I know of. And then you should be able to plug and chug and feel good about yourself. So what did you say that was so funny? What'd she say, Miss Young? 10 points on the next test.
Hey,
Swear.
I'll tell you.
He said, not that, I wanna see what the Sweden, they're supposed to be a bunch of people, and I said they all look like me.
Oh.
I just threw that.
Well, that was very confident of you to say.
Yeah. The reason why I was laughing.
Actually, I know someone that is from Sweden.
They've got the best accent, don't
Very
they?
tall. Very, not big, fat, but just Amazon. Her name is Inga.
I've got a friend named Alex, but his act like that's his English name,
Mhm.
but his Swedish name is like Alexia Moore. I'm
Yeah.
like that's like what?
Now I had a former student, and he like took 5 math classes under me, and he went to Clemson, and I think got a real high up degree, like engineering or one of the sciences, and his name was Johan. Johan.
That's
And
yeah,
he's
it's spelled like John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was really a nice guy.
All the Swedes are nice.
Yeah, they're
All
very
the Swedes
polite.
are Super nice.
They're not like the Asians, no offense.
That's true.
Asians hate America.
It's true.
Asians think we are a bunch of lazy people, which we are. Compared to their work ethic, yeah, we are.
But we're just got more ingenuity.
I don't know if we do it or not. The Japanese and the Chinese are tearing us up on technology. They are reinventing the wheel next to us. But I think our problem is just, I think in the United States we have 2 problems. One is passive/tolerance. That's one of our problems. And the other problem is our work ethic.
Yes.
We feel like everybody owes us something. And as Rocky says, friends don't owe, friends give because they want to give. And if you want to be successful in the United States, you work. You work hard, and you are successful. I think I really am upset with the United States over 2 or 3 things, and that's 2 of them. I don't. And you don't penalize somebody because they've worked hard all their life. Let's just turn it into solve the problems of the world.
Let's just turn it into, totally false.
No, you're not. You know how I got this.
Yes, I know.
Okay, if a car is traveling 50 miles per hour, what's 50 miles per
The
hour?
R.
Well, what's so hard about that? And D is
140.
the 140 divided by 2,500.
Okay.
0.056.
Make sure I do it right.
See? Your problem is not knowing how to do it. You know what your problem is?
Doubting myself.
Confidence. And the only way to overcome confidence is practice, 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 practice. And then you go into the recital and you play that piece.
Yeah.
How you do it? My problem was confidence. That's why I took college algebra 3 times. It took me 3 times to pass college algebra. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Even the people that doubt themselves, right, Ms. Ward?
Yeah.
What'd y'all come up with? Point what?
0.56.
I think y'all said .056. Y'all
Yes.
said it in anti-unison, but I'm sorry. I think I need
That's what,
0.056 times r squared. I like to use this because I am a proponent of speed limits. Okay? You know how speed limits are achieved? Anybody know how the South Carolina Department of Transportation, if a new road is built, it doesn't have to be a highway, it can be just a road. How do they come up with the speed? By the braking distance and the population of the road. If you have a road that is a primary road or secondary road like Cleveland Drive or trying to think where you live. You don't tell Middleton Road. Middleton Road is a good example because it's a back road, but there's a lot of people on it. You take the population of the road and braking distance, and you use a formula. I can't remember it right now because I remember doing it in transportation and civil engineering. But that's how you come up with the speed limit for the road.
What, they just have like an average braking distance?
They test cars and at certain miles per hour. And if you want a braking distance of 50 feet, then you set and 50 feet, you set it at 50 feet because there's a lot of kids populated on the road. There's a lot of kids living on that road. That's why in an area where you've got houses on each side of the road, every 50 feet, you're talking 35 miles an hour because the braking distance on 35 miles an hour. Well, this is 50 miles an hour, right? It's 140 feet. See, I love doing this problem because we have a lot of important people that live in Anderson County. Important. I'm talking real important because they have to go 60 miles an hour through a school zone. And that's not right, especially when it takes you 140 feet to stop at 50 miles an hour. That's not right. You're not that important. And when I drive down the interstate, I drive at 60 miles an hour. Why? Because if I could drive 55 and 50, I would. Because there's only two things that keeps you from having a wreck that will kill you. A 1/2 inch of rubber and a 3/8 inch rubber brake line. And that's the only thing that's between you and dying. So I go the minimum amount I can. I don't go 40 because that's minimum, but I don't do that. I stay with the outside traffic. And a lot of people say, why do you do that? You're a guy. You're supposed to go the speed of light. No, I'm not a caveman. I don't believe I can go the speed of light. And you don't get less than 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes difference between somebody that goes 60 miles an hour and somebody that goes 50 miles an hour to the same destination. You're only talking about minutes.
The only time I speed on the interstate, when I'm starting to get boxed in my truck.
Yeah.
And I freak out. I got pulled over.
But that's why you need to stay in the right lane. Because the right lane, usually the people that's got decent sense stay in the right lane. And the cavemen, have you ever noticed somebody passing you on the interstate going 100 miles an hour?
Yes.
I can pretty much guarantee you 99% of the time it's a male. Because they're invincible. They're invincible and they're important.
You know, it's weird, I've seen a whole bunch of vans speeding. Not so much like I go to Greenville every weekend, and it's in that time period whenever like 7 in the morning when I'm going to work. It's always vans speeding. It's
Maybe
never,
because mom-
soccer mom.
it's,
Soccer
yeah,
mom,
it's
like,
strange.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
It's strange. It's usually like the BMWs, the Audis, the nice cars, and then at 7 in the morning, all it is just wind streams and
Yeah,
whatever. It's
that's
like,
probably
what's
because
going on here?
mamas don't usually think they're important as men do. Men are very important. I think they are. 90 miles an hour. So let's say you're going 90 miles per hour. How long will it take you to stop? Well, that'd be 0.05. Now, don't shout out any answers, but we're going to use a little bit of common sense here. Because this is 5%. 5% is really easy to calculate. That's 8,100, right? What's 10% of 8,100? 10% is move the decimal, drop 1 0, 810 feet. If 10% is 810 feet, what's 5%? 405, so the answer's gonna be around 405 feet. But I don't care about the answer, I want you to think about that for a minute. If you're going 90 miles an hour on the interstate, which some of these cavemen do, how long will it take them to stop? Take them 400 feet to stop.
And consider that.
Now, you gotta think about 400 feet. 400 feet is double the width of most people's property. Because usually people buy an acre of land, which is 208 by 208. 400 feet, that's two widths of that's two pieces of property it takes that person to stop going 90 miles an hour. What does it come out to be? D is equal to 400 and what?
453.6.
453.6? So it's gonna take you 454 feet to stop that car.
So, does the size matter?
Yes. That's why they give you this, the car. Yeah, this certain car, they don't say what kind of car it is. But if you're in a truck, like my truck, yeah, my truck would take probably twice that long.
Right.
I mean, because 90 miles an hour, it takes a long time for my truck to get up to 90 miles an hour because it's so geared late. It's not like a GTO Mustang that's got the rear end in it. My rear end is made to pull things, where a GTO rear end is made to go fast. So,
That's really sobering though, considering that, I see people speed 90 miles an hour and they're less than 10 feet away from each other.
they have no concept of what's keeping them alive, and they have no concept of how long it takes to stop. And the only reason I'm very conscious of it is because I've worked on my mother's cars, I've worked on my father's cars, I fixed everything on the farm for my mother and my father. So I know, and it only takes one little nick in your brake line, and all your brake fluid is what? Gone within 10 miles. And you have no brakes whatsoever. You ever think about how you're going to stop if you don't have brakes?
The last wreck I had, my brake line was busted,
Mm-hmm.
and the cop looked at me and says, I can tell you went on over 30 miles per hour. He said, you know, you didn't do anything wrong, something just happened.
Yeah,
So,
they can go out. So that's why it's always good to keep service on your car. Let's go into automotive now. You want to go into automotive?
yeah.
I took automotive at Tri-County for 2 years, and then they canceled the program. I was about one semester from finishing, and they said, you can go to Greenville Tech or you can switch to Arts and Sciences. I said, I'm going to switch to Arts and Sciences because I ain't lost anything in Greenville. And just think, if I'd have changed my mind, y'all wouldn't have had me here right now.
Good thing you did.
All right, so let's do one more. No, with this formula. D is equal to 0.056 R squared. And let's see about the caveman going 60 miles per hour in the so that's 3,600 times 5%. I'm not doing it in my head. 5%. That's 360. It's going to be 180 to 200 feet. 180 to 200 feet.
201.
Okay?
201.
201. That's good enough. It takes you 200 feet to stop in the school zone if you're going 60 miles an hour. Think about that next time you're seeing an important person go around you on a 2-lane road, going around you at 60 miles an hour because you're going 45, what the speed limit is, and some, I was going 45. They passed me going at least 60 and right into a school zone.
You hit a kid so quick.
Hmm?
You hit a kid
That's just
so
like the
quick,
little
you kind of slam on your brakes.
Oh, yeah.
101
jack
feet.
legs that pass the school buses when the kids are getting off of it.
Yeah. They're important.
And they have kids of their own. at the
They're
track with them.
important.
Well,
All right, so now y'all can go out and have road rage. All right.
I already got that. Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't have road rage. I don't have it because
I have idiot
I'm
rage.
not, I don't, you know, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, then I don't. What the heck is this?
Divide and simplify.
That's too easy.
That was not easy.
What is this?
That's hard.
No, it's not.
Can't be done.
Why are these even here? What is this? Oh, skill review. I didn't know that was in there.
Let's do this one. Oh, let's go to sleep.
All right, do that one, and that's the last one.
Follow the Spanish.
Let them eat cake.
Here,
I don't even know what this says. Atmospheric, okay, wind resistance. Atmospheric drag varies jointly.
A and B.
Y is equal to KXZ
No. Why?
as an object's surface area and its velocity V. If a car traveling at a velocity of 40 miles an hour has a surface area of 44.3 square feet, that'd be like 44 would be like 2 times 22. Okay, let's just quit. Let's just not think.
No. So it's,
How much?
K times X.
Y is equal to KXZ.
so A would be Y.
Then Y is equal to KXZ. And some people use KXW, but KXZ is fine, doesn't matter.
A?
A,
For Y?
no, atmospheric drag. Atmospheric drag. So let's
So
just
D?
call, you can put drag here if you want to.
Okay.
Drag is equal to surface area, so K times A, and B.
And B.
And then too many drag queens, that
Oh,
makes a lot.
a car traveling at a velocity of
40 miles per hour.
40.
And a surface area of 44.3,
Yes, I know, that seems that.
207 newtons of drag.
Does that feet squared matter?
No, you don't need to worry about that. That's for science major. Science, worry about. I'm really couldn't worry about that. I'm just mainly want you to figure out how to do math. Okay, y'all have to cut that out.
I can't, I'm tired.
I slept great last night.
I didn't put it all on.
I didn't sleep at all last night.
I wish I was two like rocks.
All right, so somebody calculate 44 would be 1,600 something. What is it
No,
above 1,600?
77.
1,772.
Huh?
1,072.
772.
Divide by 1772. Divide by 1772. And what is K?
0.1168.
Drag is equal to 0.1168
Yeah.
times A times B. Now we've done all the way to here. How fast must a car with 35 square feet go to experience 456 newtons? So 456 is equal to 0.1168 times 35.1 V.
B.
And what are we going to solve for?
B.
V, because that's how fast. Velocity, acceleration, speed, and rate. In mathematics, they're all the same. I shouldn't have
Can we
recorded
round
that
up?
because some physics teachers are going to send me an email. All right, but for instructional purposes, okay, let me say that. For instructional purposes only, those four things are similar when you're talking about these type questions. Velocity, speed, acceleration, and what was the other one? Rate. All of those, as far as most of these formulas, is about the same thing. Okay? Speed is, and when you get into physics, they'll say speed is more of a constant. You know, like when you get on the interstate, you go down the ramp, and you get on the interstate, you get to a speed of 70, and you put in the
Cruise control.
cruise control, that's speed. In other words, you're going at a constant speed of what? 70 miles per hour. The acceleration is what you did to get up to that speed, but, you know, so if any of these, that one would probably be the one that you wouldn't use because that is a speed that you're getting up to a certain speed. The rate that you're going at a certain speed.
Rate, velocity, and speed are
These-
constants then.
These are about the same, but physics teachers will give you a different definition for each one, and that's fine. But in here, when you see these, they're about the same as far as these go. Okay?
When we round up,
It says round to the nearest what?
I wasn't reading that.
Yeah, that's right. You wasn't reading. What did it come out to be when you divide by V is equal to what? Honey. What much? 111 even? So
Point two two eight.
that car is going 111 miles an hour. 111.2? That's probably the right answer. It's just not rounded correctly, which that's fine. I'm not worried about that right now. 111. Oh, round to the nearest whole number. Integer is 25-cent word per whole number. Okay. Y'all feel good about yourself?
No.
Okay. So if you don't feel good